pension and other post-retirement benefits. In this part, I'm going to introduce two major post-retirement benefits. One is defined contribution plan, which is very popular nowadays. The well-known example is 401k. The next one is defined benefit plan. Mostly we refer it as pension. And for two different plans, we have two different accounting for them. The reason we study the post-retirement benefits because they have impact on firm's financial position, both assets and liabilities. Also, they have impact on firm's earnings. Most firms provide post-retirement benefits to their full-time employees. To understand their impact will also help us to analyze the firm's balance sheet and income statement. So, first one, defined contribution plan. We are talking from the employer's perspective. For this plan, the employer promises to place a certain percentage of the employee's salary into an investment vehicle, 401k. So this is like a box of fund. The employer contribute percentage of employee's salary into the fund. The employee may also contribute, and the fund can be managed by the employee herself or by some mutual fund managers. The employer will recognize the contribution as expenses, and the employer only contribute certain amount of fund. The employee will bear the risk to manage the fund. So that's the reason I encourage students to take some finance class. In the future, they are going to manage their retirement fund. For the accounting of defined contribution plan, the accounting is very straightforward. Basically, each year, the firm just recognize the contribution expense or pension expense. Because the contribution is by cash, so it's just debit expense and credit cash. The other one is defined benefit plan, which is less common in the private sector. The defined benefit plan is still available for some firms, and most public school systems and the state government still provide such plan. The accounting for this plan is more complicated. Let me first show you how these post-retirement benefits work. I'm using this timeline. Now this point represents the time an employee retired. In defined benefits plan, the employer is going to pay the pension after the retirement until the death of the employee. Because these pension payments represent the future cash outflow, so the firms should recognize their pension obligations. The firm should set aside some fund to prepare for these obligations. So this is called pension assets. So the accounting for the defined benefits plan, the firm or employer should recognize liability and assets. At the same time, the firm will also recognize pension expense. Annually. In the next part, I'm going to talk about more details about defined benefits plan.